It's all about the sun going supernova.
Sunset hues fade in the sky. Eyes locked on the screen nearby. Kelston's realm where thinkers wander. Sunday nights we start to ponder.
No, I don't want to do
Worlds and logic
I'm
twirls.
gonna rock it.
Streams that make our minds unfurl. Puzzles twist and turn our brains. Every week it's new terrain. Cerebral Sundays, minds delight. Thought-provoking games ignite. Mysteries and riddles grand, guided by a steady hand. Twitch chat buzzes, theories
Approximate time
rise.
until star's death, 11 minutes 36 seconds.
As we delve through each surprise.
No, what is this, the fucking guy?
Sunday Eve, our minds were bending. Engines wear and puzzles click. Each solution's
We can just
a
fly.
trick. Kelston leads us through the night, guiding us to see the light. Chess and codes encrypted clues. Every game a different muse. In this digital embrace, every line's a part of the chase.
Most of us would probably say, is the sun conscious? No. Well, why not? Because if the only thing that would define it is a complex functional system.
Why does Boogie Bills have 10 health? Oh, jeez. Oh, there is.
Twitch
Yeah, we're having a problem here.
buzzes, theories rise. As we delve through each surprise.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Mazes, worlds unending.
Is there any way to know? Oh my god.
Our minds were blending.
Hello? Oh, I'm curious.
Engines whir and puzzles click. Each solution's just a trick. Kelston leads us through the night, guiding us to see the light. That chess codes encrypted.
You enlighten me, what was this doing on your hard disk? Think not of it, let us continue. Yeah, you got wrecked, didn't you? We have an entrance. Whoa, fucking scary black hole. Okay. Two lines in front and behind.
Every mind's a part of the chase.
I am also a Dustin.
Hello, Bo. Oh, the camera looks... does it look washed? I don't know. It looks washed to me. How you doing? Good to see you. I was watching the football final. Today, England v Spain. And England are the European champions. Which is cool. Sorry, I'm clicking things. I'm distracted because I'm clicking things. But now I'm actually excited.
play some Talos Principle. Oh my goodness.
My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. Oh!
Thank you, Boss Toby, for the subscription. It's incredibly kind and cool of you. You can't stay long because you're on dad duty. But had a minute to say hello to everyone. Well, we're very grateful for you saying hello to everyone. And I hope, I hope dad duty is fun. In its own little dad duty kind of a way. Thank you, Boss Toby. I almost loaded up the Talos Principle Part 1. That would have been very embarrassing. We'd have probably had to end the stream right there. Forget about it. I can remember a little bit about what happened last time because it felt very significant. In the Talos Principle Part 2, okay, I'm clicking more buttons. Byron is still missing. Byron is still missing after he seemed to get absorbed by the megastructure or something. And we're still sort of on the trail of Athena, the founder, and Cornelius, right? Cornelius. And we discovered multiple interesting things, actually, about all of that last time out. One of them being that Miranda, who is like the childlike robot, seemed to be, you know, Cornelius and Athena refer to her as their daughter. I don't know what that means exactly, because they are robots. But that's what they said, and they said it with meaning. But also, Miranda seems to have synthesized life in some way, and also perished, which was a particularly harrowing idea, even though you are just dealing with mechanical, electronic beings. And we also freed this man, which is Prometheus, or at least some sort of digital representation, or... Well, that's really the point, isn't it? We don't know. We don't know. But we kind of broke him out a little bit. And I guess I just feel like the story has become much more interesting over the past stream or two than probably it has been for the whole time. And I think the Talos Principle, both of them, are really good at, like, presenting ideas that make you think about things and consider things. But I would say that the first ones focus on, like, you know, like the idea of consciousness and what it means to be a machine, and what's the difference between a biological machine and a mechanical machine. It's a cool little loading that the game is doing, and all of that was really cool in the first one because it isn't easy to think about and to decide on. Whereas I think some of the ideas previously that were presented in the second one were not like Make sure I've got all that set up properly. We're not like so straightforward that it's super easy, all of the sort of societal problems that the robots are going through, to just know what we need to do about that. But it feels like there's something a little bit more... it's easier to have a coherent position on a lot of the ideas that were presented in the second game thus far, until we've started getting into this stuff about Miranda. And now it feels once again like the game is challenging you with things that are complicated and intricate and possibly impossible. But I prefer it that way. I think that the Talos principle should possibly be impossible, because I think that's the vibe. We have 3 areas remaining. The Western Delta, plus 2 others that I don't know about.
How's the system looking, Melville? Any obvious changes?
It's still a mess, but things are clearing up. I can access some of the subroutines that I was locked out of before. Nothing is obviously malfunctioning, I think.
Does it still accord special significance to 1K?
Yes, it recognizes 1K.
Yeah,
as a
Miranda
user.
is the daughter.
I'm just
Yeah.
hacking things.
As I suspected.
The daughter
The
of
founder sees you, 1K.
Athena, aka the founder, and Cornelius, both of whom are robots. And I'm not sure if the game, like, has detailed that to me already, why they should refer to her as their daughter, but they do. But then, you know, the robots of this reality also keep cats. I know that's not the same thing, but, like, they clearly have this idea that, their, you know, household or family can be expanded in interesting ways. But she has a childlike voice also, you know? Like, it's not... It's weird. Like Blade Runner? Well, maybe. I don't know. So, what I'm really trying to say when I say I don't know if the game has told me how Miranda came about, I don't know if I have learned that she was conceived or synthesized or manufactured, or, you know, like, I don't know. All I know is that Cornelius and Athena refer to Miranda as their daughter. And actually, whichever of those options it is, and however Miranda came into being, I agree with them. From the way that they talk about her, and from the way that they talk about their loss when Miranda died, she is their daughter, and they feel that. And they feel it properly.
What can I do for you, 1K?
Do you think the goal is a myth? I do. So I hope you do.
Journalist, I think the line between speculation and disinformation is too thin for me to engage in guessing games.
Right. And what about the theory of everything? Which seems like we're nearly there.
It's a complex issue, and I think it should be left to experts.
Like Miranda? What do you mean left to expert?
I believe that journalism serves an important function in our society, and I'm dedicated to reporting the truth with accountability and responsibility.
All right. Thanks, man. What does responsibility mean in the context of your work?
It means understanding that I can't just publish things without considering their impact. Serious disruptions to the social fabric of New Jerusalem could endanger lives. That's not journalism anymore.
Really? Who are you to engage in the censorship of the press, Mr. Cryer? What do you think about this, Linux?
Hi, 1K.
Yeah. Do you think the goal is a myth? I hope that you say yes.
It's a myth, it's a symbol, but mostly, it's just a goal.
Yeah. So what do you think of the future?
Holistic, tech-assisted, communal utopia. I'd settle for nudging the needle. Not totally implausible. I wouldn't be able to resist taking a look.
Yeah, why did you decide to come here? Why is now everybody here?
Given Byron's disappearance and the political struggle surrounding the Somnodrome, it seemed logical to adjust my priorities.
And what about Byron?
We respected each other and I supported him. We had our philosophical differences, of course. He placed much greater emphasis on the individual than I did, but overall I think he was our best bet. Still is, I hope. That's because I find such conversations boring.
Okay. There's nothing to know about Linux. Understood. Thanks very much. Thanks for everything. Okay, well this area is decidedly quite different. Looks a bit... Not sure what I'm meant to think of this. It looks more dead somehow. So, okay, this is number one. That journalist was a real idiot. Yeah, it seemed like it. Dodged all your questions and then said some wild shit about journalism. Yeah, no, he was like, yeah, listen, man, if all the people of New Jerusalem knew that we had no energy, you know, then they might know that we have no energy. So that, you know, so I couldn't tell them that. Imagine if we had no energy and everybody found out that we had no energy. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Right, what is going on here? Right, hold on. Right. Yeah, but... Well, what am I supposed to do here? Alright, okay. I understand. Now we have a problem. Well, sort of. Only sort of. Because isn't this just going to get stuck again on that? Right. Disconnect it when it gets to the red square. Well, that doesn't work. It has to... What do you mean disconnect it? You mean... Like this? Maybe because this is blue. You know what I mean? Like, what happens if I do this? No, it needs to be red. Like, maybe it will travel on the blue then, but I also think we're going to have a problem. Where partway round, it's going to disconnect from the blue. Right about there. And I don't know how to collect the blue. Yeah, I honestly think, let me show, I'm pretty sure the blue only exists for that, right? There's one of those there to collect the blue. But does it somehow interact with this? I mean... We've hit a mechanical snag. Which is that I don't understand. You know what we could do, Bo? If we find the laboratory around here, it will tell us how this stuff works. I don't know where it is, but let's go and have a look for it. Let's explore. Because that's not making any sense to me at the moment, and I'll just keep banging my head against a brick wall. Alcatraz, you got anything? No, you're not Alcatraz, you're Hermanudis.
What can I do for you, 1K?
You're the bellend, the mayor. But the theory of everything be used safely.
Let's assume for a moment that we could use it safely, which I doubt. Does that mean
Why do you
that we
doubt that?
should? Is it right for us to dominate the world? We value our own freedom. Should we not also value the freedom of all the living things with which we share this planet?
That's very Darwinian, isn't it? That's a very Darwinian approach. That's not to say that Darwin is wrong. Obviously, Darwin's theory of evolution is pretty ironclad. But it's not a philosophical manuscript, though. It's just a description of reality. What's the purpose for not interacting with reality? Because it might be wrong. What? We are also reality. We are a part of it, aren't we?
Not now. Let's have this conversation at another time. You still have a lot to do. Better get to it.
Okay, hang on a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What can I do for you, 1K?
Not sure. Don't know why you walked away. Who's running the city?
My chief aide, Jeremy, is in charge for now. It's good practice for him, in case he decides to run for office one day.
Tell me about Cornelius.
Cornelius is responsible for many innovations. He helped create the designs for the upgraded body you inhabit, although the founder chose to remain in her original configuration. But in recent years, he had settled into a life of quiet scholarship. Or so it seemed.
Okay. Cool.
It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
Yeah, it's weird that you say things like citizen, to be honest.
You know, when I decided that we should call ourselves human, I did that because it seemed like a powerful symbol of our continuity. But the truth is, and I'm ashamed to admit this, I thought we were better than them. I thought we understood the value of civilization. and we wouldn't repeat the same mistakes. But the simulation worked too well.
We're not just like them. We are them.
We really are.
But that doesn't have to be a bad thing, Athena. We may have the same flaws, but we also have all the potential they did. Everything that Alexandra Drennan saw in them is also in us.
I hope you're right. I really do.
To be flawed is not to be incorrect, is it? Well, it's not to be worthless.
Okay, listen. I wanted to ask you something.
Okay.
From your perspective, as someone who's still new to our society, do you think New Jerusalem betrayed Athena?
New Jerusalem isn't monolithic, or in a democracy, people are not obliged to support what their leaders want them to.
That's true, but she was more than a leader. She wasn't a politician like Herman. She gave everything she had for us.
And what do you think about the mayor?
When I think about the state New Jerusalem is in, he's put us all in danger. I don't know if he believes in the goal or if it's just a convenient myth, but I don't care. This is not how you build a living civilization.
Okay. Melville for mayor, it seems like. And where do you think Cornelius is?
I don't know. I suspect he's around here somewhere, biding his time. But what he's waiting for, not a clue. Yes, of course it is.
Isn't the goal... I hope I'm understanding the goal correctly. It's just about building 1,000, right? And having a limit on the robot population or something crazy like that. And that... I don't understand why people latched onto that. But how could Athena have been betrayed? Because she also thought that that was a bit stupid eventually.
Because there's no effort involved. Building a better world means taking responsibility. It means making choices and living with their consequences. Surrendering to nature is just letting go. I'd like to help make New Jerusalem the city it was meant to be. And then I'd like to help build new cities. On Earth and up there too.
Okay.
Cities nobody's ever imagined before.
Okay. I mean, that's interesting. That's a better goal than 1,000 people, Melville, to be honest. That's an aspiration. I'm never going to find this fucking lab. From Aurinia to Athena. I know that we didn't have the greatest relationship, and I frequently antagonized you. The truth is, I resented you, resented this mythology of the Founder. I thought you had created it deliberately as a way of controlling us. I wanted so badly to be free, and you seemed to stand in the way of that. Only after you left and the cult of personality grew even wilder did I realize it was actually a burden and an impediment to you. When they turned your myth into the opposite of everything you actually believed, started tearing down your dreams in your own name, I realized I'd wronged you. Now I'm less free than ever. I feel the walls crushing me. I don't know where you are or what you're doing. I don't know if coming back would fix things, but I'm sorry. From the Atlas Variations by Athan... Oh, what a name that is. Athanasios. Number 121. After 1 billion years, when Atlas had grown old and tired of holding up the world, he was faced with a dilemma. Heracles, the son of Zeus, was on his way to the garden of Hesperides to claim the golden apples, which were guarded by the dragon Ladon. Zeus came to Atlas and promised that if Atlas helped Heracles slay the dragon, Zeus would free Atlas from his burden. But Atlas, seeing the beauty and innocence of Ladon, beloved of the Hesperides, could not slay the beast. Instead, he stole the apples and gave them to Heracles, and so he was condemned to bear the weight of the cosmos for another 1,000,000,000 years. But though Atlas grieved for his freedom, he was comforted by watching Ladon flourish in the verdant garden. Yeah, I mean, Zeus seems like a prick. I don't really understand. Surely the robots are not taking from this ancient Greek mythology that somehow a being of power is by its nature benevolent. You know what I mean? They just seem like pricks. The Greek gods were like arseholes. Joy and beauty from the soul of man. Sympathy with pain there will, of course, always be. It is one of the first instincts of man. The animals which are individual, the higher animals, that is to say, share it with us. But it must be remembered that while sympathy with joy intensifies the sum of joy in the world, sympathy with pain does not really diminish the amount of pain. It may make man better able to endure evil, but the evil remains. Sympathy with consumption does not cure consumption. That is what science does. Sympathy with consumption does not cure consumption. Sure. But what is this? An advocation not for, like, anti-sympathy? What are we doing? Christ made no attempt to reconstruct society, and consequently the individualism that he preached to man could be realized only through pain or in solitude. The ideals that we owe to Christ are the ideals of the man who abandons society entirely, or of the man who resists society absolutely. But man is naturally social. Even the Thebaid became peopled at last. And though the Cenobite realizes his personality, it is often an impoverished personality that he so realizes. Shallow speakers and shallow thinkers in pulpits and on platforms often talk about the world's worship of pleasure and whine against it, but it is rarely in the world's history that its ideal has been one of joy and beauty. When you tell people that a society could be built on the ideals of joy and beauty, they think you're a utopian fantasist. If you tell them society will always be built on exploitation and greed, they think you're wise, and so they make the outcome inevitable. I see. Society can be built on the ideals of joy and beauty, though. It does not have to be built on exploitation and greed. If this is the game trying to teach something, like preaching to the converted. Performative cynicism has always been the hallmark of adolescence. Has there ever been a society of adults? Can there ever be one? Why is this childishness so extremely powerful, more powerful than joy and beauty? I think it's probably also a fear, though, actually. I think many more people are scared of things than people who admit that they are scared of things.
Father, what is my purpose? Do I have a purpose? Mother says purpose is something we choose, but I feel like there's something there. Something that's been there from the moment I was born. Maybe even before.
Well, there are many ways of looking at this, and everyone's experience is different, so you'll have to make up your own mind. But I have a little theory, if you'd like to humor your old man.
Of course. What is it?
The universe is eternal, but it's always lost in a deep, dreamless sleep. You are a tiny little bit of the universe that's suddenly woken up, and you've realized that being awake is better than being asleep. And that gives you a purpose.
And what is my purpose?
To be, Miranda. Just to be.
Well, not sure if I agree with Cornelius's first sentiments, but I think he probably is right. That higher purpose is probably not worth considering, because you will miss the trees for the forest. Where is this lab? I'm finding all these things. Oh, Lifthrasir. This is a new thing that we found.
The reason I have always admired Alexandra Drennan is that even in death, she fought to see the world as it is, not as she wanted to see it. I say fought because I believe this is not an easy matter. It is a mental and spiritual struggle that we must undertake with great seriousness, even when we are joking. The ancients believed that for most of us, the world is a shadow cast by a flame, dimly seen on the wall of a cave. Our task is not to interpret these shapes, but to free ourselves from the cave itself.
I'm gonna be so lost. Okay, that's that way. Okay, there's still some question marks apparently over here. Well, we vaguely know what this is, but shouldn't it have a puzzle associated with it or something? I don't know. Oh, this is a triangle. These are apparently really hard. Yeah, but I don't even know how this fucking thing works. I'm never going to be able to do that because I don't know how these puzzles work. Hello, Scar. How you doing? Good to see you. I need to find this lab, man, because I don't get it. The thing isn't moving the way that I would think it should move. Yeah, I'm doing great. I was watching the women's football European final earlier. England won, and they're now the European champions. It's very cool. Been a highlight of my day. Ooh, thought I was going to drown. Now, I'm just chilling out, playing a really cool video game. Is this going to be another triangle? Obviously. I can't do this. I can't do this until I know how these platforms work. Against decay. We live in a decaying system, which in turn produces ideologies of decay to justify its existence. No matter what cultural signifiers they get packaged with, these ideologies come down to the same material result. A future in which for the average person there is less of everything. To paraphrase Mark Fisher, we find it easier to imagine the decline of civilization than to imagine a civilization worth living in. Those of us who still believe that humanity can thrive, that there is a path forward other than willful or accidental decay, are out of sync with the system. No matter how we phrase our arguments, they will be perceived in terms of whatever cultural signifiers the listener opposes. It's a deeply frustrating, depressing, and even infuriating situation. But what can we do except patiently explain and hope conditions change? In other words, what can we do except have faith? That's not true. You can also take action. You can also take direct action. This was written only a few months before the discovery of the virus. There was no time for conditions to change. Well, you can end up in difficult situations, but never hopeless, though. From Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem. It's not Emmanuel Petit, Matty. Day 882. It's been a while since I last wrote an entry in my journal. Much has changed in New Jerusalem. We've put up a good chunk of the planned living quarters, and the old storage facility has been converted into a movie theatre of all things. So we still argue a lot, but now it's mostly about which film we'll be watching next. Other construction efforts are going well too, although we've begun to run out of readily accessible resources. Our scavenging expeditions are ranging further and further afield with each passing month, and the sights that they have reported on sound truly marvellous. One day I might want to go see for myself. It's a good thing in that regard that we'll be getting 2 new citizens soon, because everyone is as busy as ever. More hands to help us build our future, and I can't wait to meet them. Well, I agree with that. What's Trevor got to say? What has Trevor got to say?
How is this supposed to work? The system is meant to last centuries. Centuries! And yeah, Chernyshevsky's plan, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But I'm working with hardware that was deliberately designed to fail. Planned obsolescence, baby. Selling broken garbage just to make another buck. A buck you can't even spend because in a few more weeks, we'll be extinct. Was it worth it? That's the part that Alexandra doesn't see. The greed, the stupidity, the selfishness, the way that we created this whole situation in the first place. She wants you to be like us, but if you ask me, there's a whole lot of human history and behavior you can just throw away, chuck it in the trash, right? You have a chance at a fresh start. Make the best of it.
It's probably true. You don't have to be holistic, do you? You can be selective, I suppose. Right, I need this to teach me how to do this stuff. Because I don't know. What is in there? Oh, this doesn't make any sense. What are you talking about? This isn't helping to solve anything. Chernyshevsky, in our likeness, essays on humankind reaching adulthood. War is the crudest, most obscene human activity. Probably true. It may justly be called an abomination, for it is the absolute negation of conscious human will. There is only a single cause of war, for all the endless deceptions that are foisted upon us, and that is the acquisition of resources. Varied ideologies are constructed to justify this crude behavior, this childish degeneration of thought and communication, but history reveals the ruthless, unflattering truth. We imagine crusaders as fanatics of a cause, willing to die for their religion. Yet the Fourth Crusade culminated not in the conquest of Jerusalem, but in the looting of Constantinople, setting the stage for the triumph of the very enemy the Crusaders claimed to oppose. Why? The answer, as with every war, is the same. It is popular amongst the ghouls of the establishment and their misanthropic friends in the intelligentsia to ascribe the persistence of war to human nature. But a careful observation of the facts reveals the opposite to be true. Individual human beings must be broken in order to submit to war, their minds distorted by ideology and their bodies by poverty and ruthless training to make them compliant. Without force, the majority of human beings only seek to protect themselves and are traumatized by the act of killing. But if it is resources that are the core cause of war, then it is only in the production and distribution of resources that an answer may be found. It is not enough to morally condemn war. We must work to prevent the material issues that endanger us all. I have never agreed with the man quite as much as I agree with Arkady Chernyshevsky. This is from Guta to Athena, to the founder. I'm afraid that we're losing our humanity. We're angry at each other, always disagreeing about everything, unable to forgive each other for being different. I don't know how much longer, and I don't know what could save us. Please help us, founder, please. These people are still praying to their founding god. Resuming trials with new protocols, blah, blah, blah. Okay, lots of fucking error messages all over the place. Right, well, this wasn't really the revelation that I hoped it might be. goodness. From Byron to Athena, I just wish I knew why you didn't tell me. Didn't tell you what? Message to Drennan. Who do you think you are playing God like that? When Mother Nature has finally found a way of getting rid of us, you come up with this harebrained scheme to keep our destruction of the planet going. Just try for 1 second to think about something other than your own arrogance and hubris, Alexandra. Try to imagine what you're really doing here. Without your robotic perversions, the future looks beautiful. No more humans murdering everything in their path. The skies clear up, the stars become visible again. The rivers stop being filthy, and after a few decades they're full of fish again. Dolphins and whales roam the seas like their ancestors did. The cities turn into jungles. Bats nest in the skyscrapers where hedge fund managers used to ruin lives. The Earth lives on as it was meant to, peacefully and quietly, until someday in the distant future when it all ends like it was also meant to. Or we take your path. We continue our rampage. We place ourselves above the animals. We think we know better than Mother Nature. We violate all boundaries. We ruin all purity. Perhaps we even defy death, just so that we can keep spreading our filth. And then we spread to other planets to do more of the same. And in the end, what have we left behind but plastic and radiation? Think, Alexandra, that isn't it better for beauty to return to the Earth, for us to acknowledge that intelligence was a mistake, and to gracefully exit while we can? Stop this and go spend time with your friends and loved ones before the end. Let it go. Let us all go. Let there be peace. So that, I mean, it's a pretty fucking crazy position, isn't it? Why don't we all die because we're all no good? I don't understand how someone could hate humanity so much. This person must have been full of sadness and frustration to write something so ugly. I've tried to understand it as well, but I still don't. The fact that they don't understand it is slightly troubling, though, to be honest. I can disagree with that person, but I can empathize with where his position is. From the complete works of Straton of Stagera, never quite sure how to say it, against the Athenians and Socrates alike. In killing a philosopher for asking questions they did not like, the Athenians committed themselves to a tragedy with an ironic ending. Some will say that his true crime was his friendship with Alcibiades? Alcibiades? Shameless deceiver of idiots and buffoons, and the insipid brute Critias, and that he was executed as an enemy of democracy. That he was the latter can hardly be denied, for Socrates asked not too many questions, but too few, or he would not have survived the rule of the 30 tyrants. Yet in the end he got what he asked for, a tyrannical decision made by would-be wise men against the spirit of freedom, which he obeyed like a knave. And the Athenians, in fulfilling his wishes, strangled the roots of democracy while seeking to preserve it. No wonder Straton wasn't popular. People who speak the truth at all times rarely are. He's speaking in defense of Socrates, isn't he? Oh, I hope this place was going to have answers for me, and it doesn't have answers. It just has more fucking questions, and I don't understand how to do these puzzles. And there's like a server room. There's so much here. And yet nothing that I want. Beloved founder, know that I do not believe any of the lies the expedition is spreading about you. Prometheus' illusion is just a test. We will resist temptation as you once did. We will not disappoint. Oh, okay. The history of Athena. Published long after the author's death under the rather embarrassing title Athena's Truth, included severe cuts and drastic changes to the text in the interest of updating it for modern audiences. This particularly affected the last chapter, Anthropogeny, which the editors accused of scientism and human supremacy. Science wunderkind, Alexandra Drennan, was one of the few to come to the novel's defense, writing in a long essay that the novel's clear-eyed belief in the value of Athena's journey towards humanity had been essential to shaping her own views, encouraging her to pursue science as a vocation rather than a career, and that changing the text constituted an attack on the author's unique artistic and philosophical vision. Alex, who hurt you, laughing my ass off, one of the editors commented on a popular social media platform. Nadia Sarabhai of the Institute for Applied Nomatics also got involved in the discussion, backing Drennan, resulting in a long but unsuccessful campaign to oust Sarabhai from her position as head researcher. The current context of ecological catastrophe, as evidenced by the recent extinction of the orangutan, clumsy editing aside, do the critics of the novel perhaps have a point? After all, is a philosophy that places humans above nature and sees science and technology as the only valid tools, the cause of all our troubles. What about other ways of knowing, other ways of living? Sometimes it feels like the game's like trying to have a go at me, but I think I've been trying to eschew that very same belief, to be honest, that it probably requires a balance of things. This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare because it hasn't solved anything. How do we... Every time previously I've gone into the lab, it's showed me like a tutorial of the puzzle. We're gonna have to go back. We're gonna have to go back to number 1 and just see if we can make heads or tails of this, because I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. Oh, I do understand it. We were never supposed to move... We were never supposed to move that thing over there. I get it. Yeah. I was trying to move the thing all the way around, and that was never what was supposed to be happening. Team, anyone but Lord Byron. Times like this, I miss his clones. Not sure. Have you been keeping up with the Talos Principle? Do you know what's happened to Byron? Because we're still down a Byron. Not sure if you're aware of that. fuck's sake. It seems like this is the solution. Look. I can't do it from over here. I think I get it. I think I get it. Actually, you don't do anything for now. You lost me 3 weeks ago. I've been doing Sunday mechanical stuff. Okay. No, you don't have to explain it to me. That's fine. But, yeah, Byron is, like, in the megastructure. Something fucking weird happened, and we don't really know what. And we are down to Byron. But we've also discovered in the intervening time that the founder and Cornelius, who has now left New Jerusalem, appeared to have a daughter. What we don't understand is how they've had a daughter in terms of the mechanical implications of that. We don't know. But they have had a daughter to all intents and purposes. And that daughter synthesized life and also died. And they felt that they had lost a daughter. Sounds like that's for the best. Byron was making the workplace toxic with his rhetoric. Honestly, the problem is, I don't know what happened to Byron. He was just, you know, doing what we have always been doing, which is like making our way to... Give me a minute.
And the theory of everything.
Yeah.
Is the past what we thought it was?
Don't care.
Is the future what we want it to be? But the only thing that's real, at the end of the day, is the present. And right now, what matters is that our friend is lost and needs our help.
Anyway, he was just doing what we always do, which is interact with the megastructure once we find a way through it. And then he got, like, absorbed into it. Thank you for the hydrate. I've just got a massive bottle of iced coffee with me because I couldn't be bothered. I'll allow it. So actually, here's the thing. Not sure. I wish you could come back to the Talos Principle 2, right? And I could say, hey, not sure. Let me catch you up on everything. Here's everything that's happened. But the truth is, I'm not supposed to understand it all, so I don't. So it's actually a fruitless exercise for me to try and do that. But the thing that is most interesting at the moment that my brain is honing in on is that there is a childlike robot named Miranda. And Miranda is referred to as daughter by Athena, aka the founder, and Cornelius. No, you don't need... No, what I'm saying is, even if you watch the VODs on YouTube, I don't believe that you would catch up in the way that I'm hoping you can catch up, because I haven't caught up in that way, because this game doesn't allow you to catch up in that way. It drip feeds you information and doesn't allow you to fully comprehend it. You're supposed to question it. But there's a childlike robot. She is referred to as daughter by both Athena and Cornelius, as though she is their daughter. I do not know whether she was manufactured, created, conceived. I have no idea. That is not being presented to me. But here's what I do know. She was their daughter. She has died, and we also found audio recordings referring to her death. But she was their daughter. In the most visceral and emotional way, they felt that, and they felt that honestly, and they felt that deeply and truly and properly. She was their daughter. I don't know the mechanical implications of that, but she was. And she also learned to synthesize light and possibly cracked the theory of everything, possibly merged the ideas of gravity and quantum mechanics, or I'm saying gravity to simplify it, but relativity and quantum mechanics in a way that, you know, was maybe assumed impossible. So she also seems like maybe the most significant being that has ever existed. Alright, we gotta get red over to here, but I can't do that. Let's just open this gate. These puzzles are like the hardest puzzles I've ever seen, by the way. Those were the days when Elohim really helped explain stuff. Yeah, when he told us what to think and what to believe. What a time to be alive. I'm not sure what to do here. Seems like this window is going to be useful though, doesn't it? It will be. Well, will it? Thing is, alright, well let's just do stuff. Let's just do stuff. But this is gonna come with its own problem, which is, yep. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. Now this changes everything, doesn't it? Because now we've got a box. Yes, we do. And I bet we need that. So, maybe. Okay. So... Boom. Okay. I understand it now. I think at first I thought those platforms were supposed to move always to like the end of some trail, but that is just not true. You just have to use them properly. Yeah, we moved the box. Don't worry about it. And so I think one of the questions that has been posited now, not sure, by the game is... the virus that wiped out humans, okay? As far as we can tell, seems to be just a natural phenomenon. So therefore, is it just nature taking its course? By trying to do all of this, and these fucking robots, is Alexandra Drennan just playing God? Well, we clearly need this thing somehow. I bet we have to put it back in there later, though. Hold on to that idea. Actually... ah, this might be like... oh, I see. Well, you can do this. I get stuck? I think I can get stuck here. I blame melting prehistoric glaciers releasing the virus. But is that not just the natural course of things? Aren't humans just a force of nature? Not sure. Right, here's the thing, okay? I think, you see that red bit over there? I reckon this is going to bounce into it. From up here. Well, actually, maybe... yeah, no, it will, because when it gets to, like, here, right, it can see both, and it'll be high enough to hit it. But, how do I... how do I ensure... actually, I might know. You see, it can't power the device itself. Right, let's try and work this backwards then. I'm not getting this. So I need this to be on top of there whilst it's here in order to do that. Okay? Which means I need something to be able to power this. Or at least power the door so that I can place it. Right. Okay, let me... Right. Here's the thing. I'm just going to reset everything. I'm just going to reset everything, FD, because I can't explain it. I'm going to reset everything and show you what we're presented with initially and the steps that we took, which I still think are the right steps to take, but this is a fucking nightmare. So, see this purple screen? Everyone who's new to the Talos principle, okay, pay attention because there's some important concepts I'm going to be going through. This is a device that can connect to things. This one is actually a laser. It reflects the color of the laser. So if it picks up a blue laser, for example, it will fire out a red laser. You see? So if it picks up a blue laser there and tries to activate that blue receptor, it cannot because it's shooting a red laser. So that's what this does. See this purple wall? Can't take it through that. Nope. You're gonna drop it every time. Not a chance. Can't go through here. This is its limit. Now, I can power this, okay? Obviously, because I can get the blue laser and put it into the red receptor. Cool. Now this does not change the color of lasers. This, for example, can pick up a blue laser and fire out a blue laser, which is cool because it opens up this gate. We need to get through this gate to actually win this level. And you can see that the lock for this gate is a red lock. Very significant. What's the only way that we can get red in this level? Well, there is no red power source anywhere. There is only a blue power source. So the only way that you're going to get red in this particular level is by picking up the blue laser with this and making it red. But what do you know? The angle from here, right, is not quite right. We can't quite do it. Why can't you pick up the blue? and replace the switching one. I don't know what you mean by that. I'm so sorry. I don't know what you mean by that. You might mean something really good by that, but I don't know what you mean by that. Anyway, the point is, the angle, okay, you can't do it. Now, here's the other thing, the bit that I haven't showed you yet. I'm still trying to tutorialize you, so hang on a minute. This thing, okay, this thing moves, but it's a red moving platform. So in order to get it to move, you have to give it red power. So I'm going to connect it now, like this, okay? And then it moves, which is cool. Now, I can disconnect all of that, and it will stop moving. I want to make it move again, though, because I want to make one thing clear. Because you can't really cheese this in the way that you might think you can cheese it. What you can't do is allow... You can put a device on top of this, which we are going to have to do eventually. But it can't... the device on top of it can't... Fucking hell. Can't power it. Right? You see, this doesn't work. You have to hit the ring around the bottom. You picked up the one that doesn't switch and move the room it's in. Yeah, so what we clearly have to do, okay? So I'll get this thing moving again so that I can show you. What we're clearly going to have to do is have this come in here, okay? And it doesn't matter whether it's still going or it stops, but if you look from here, look at that. There's an angle here where you can pick up the blue and fire it into that red from on top of this. So I just have to somehow get this on top of that. But the way that I tried to do it initially didn't work. Well, because I'll show you why. See, this thing is running out of blue charge right here when this line moves to there, and it can no longer see it, and that's just not quite long enough to get through the door, okay? So that's where I'm up to. That's the problem I've got. And you can't collect from that. This can't collect from there. Otherwise, that might make life a bit simpler. The unused one, that is a same one. That is a same one. But it can pick up the red from here. Okay, see, this thing is now basically a red power source. This thing is essentially a red power source now because I can collect red from it. But again, when I connect all this red up like that, it seems like we're nearly there, but we're not there. Because this is the only red power source. Right? This thing in my hand will never be a red power source unless this is also a red power source. And it ceases to be a red power source when this laser is cut off by the wall. Pick up the blue. Okay, pick up the blue. Oh, wait. So... Well... Problem is... I don't understand what you mean, actually. Pick up the blue. I appreciate this game. This game is hard to work out on your own. It's very hard to type about in Twitch chat. Please don't think I'm being critical when I say I don't know what you mean. It's just that I don't know what you mean. Take the thing off the top so it stops giving power to the wall. Okay, so connect the blue. Connect the blue to what? I mean, this is just picking up blue. But connect the blue to what? guess... I understand. No, I don't really understand. Because I can do that. But it's not really the point, is it? Oh, okay. I'll go back to there. I can always get back to wherever we are. It's fine. Oh, you can't do it. So the game will... It knows when you try and do shit like that. So I'll just show you. If I try and pick it up now, it moves. Look, I'm not touching the WASD. I'm just... fuck. I'm just clicking. And it won't... So, like, if you try and get it here, it might let you do it. But it's always going to make sure that you are fucked in terms of the door. So there's a legitimate way to do it. You don't have to cheese it like that. But I just can't see it currently. Let me just because I don't like where that's positioned right now. So let me just try and get this back to being like in a reasonable position where we can think about it. Obviously, here's the thing, right? I have the option of stopping it there. But... why? Obviously, this can... Yeah, so here's the other option, right? And this was something I did actually consider. You can do this, but we now have the problem of... how do I get through this? Well, obviously, the only way I get through this is with blue. And the only thing that's going to give me blue is this. This has to remain in here and do this blue, because anytime this picks up blue, it's going to fire out red. So this can't do that bit. When it had the 3 beams, what was the corner one doing? I don't know. Sometimes there's 5 beams, so I don't know. I'm less concerned about the number of beams and just the theory of what are we trying to do. This will obviously, by the end of the puzzle, right, this will be here like that. This will be on top of this, collecting that and activating this. That is what will be happening. But I don't understand how to get there. It's not... I know what the solution is, but I don't understand how to get there. Because obviously, as soon as I disconnect this, I've got no door. This is the only way that I can see right now that I'm going to get the door. Unless this obviously doesn't need to be doing blue things at the minute. So for now, this can be the door. But in order for this to be the door, this has to also be doing the thing, you know? Good evening, PG. I'm very confused. The problem is, FD, I'm moving around all the time and there's a stream delay, so I don't know which corner I'm in. Sure, sure. Well... Okay, hello.
Hello, how's it going?
Well, I'm very fucking confused. Let me...
I am loving this, by the way.
Huh? Okay, so I'm sharing it with you now, so you can tell me what you think.
Okay. So, how were you getting the platform moving to the other side a moment ago?
You put red in it. But you can't put red, just to be clear, you can't put red on it. So, for example, I did this, that is not good enough to power it, because it's hitting this.
Yeah, but a moment ago, you had the other one hitting 3 beams. One from the original, one to the red, one to the platform.
No, it wasn't doing one to the platform. It was doing one to this.
There was...
Yeah. So let me show you. Let me just get the platform back. I'll show you. So it can do this, for example.
Yeah.
I'll get the platform back. Because we can always make it move.
Now stop. You want to stop it when it can see the thing.
When what?
See the. So where's the other laser thing?
Here, both here.
Okay. So that one you want to get ready to move through.
Which one?
The one that's only got 1 beam. That one. Yeah.
It doesn't. It can have 5 beams. This one, but it only has 1 color.
Okay.
That's the limitation.
Into the other area first.
The problem is, I guarantee. The only thing is, okay, this thing cannot be in this other area by the end. It can't, because it's going to be it's going to be the only thing that opens this door. As things currently stand, I can't get through this door to get through to the end. And so, if I pick up blue from here and put it to there, so come the end of the puzzle, this thing is going to have to pick up the blue here and put the blue there, and it has to do that from in this room, right? Because it can't, the angle won't be right from in that room. It has to be here by the end of the puzzle. Do you see what I mean?
And what opens the door in front of you right now?
What door? This purple one?
The one from the main beam, yeah.
This one? There is no door here. This is not a door.
Yeah, but...
This is just a thing that I can't carry things through. It's just a barrier that prevents me.
If you just can't carry that, why is that an issue?
It's not an issue, but this is a door.
Yeah, This
is a door. Yeah. Blue is a door, purple is not a door. Purple is just no items.
Colorblind. They look
Oh,
the
okay.
same.
Sorry. I'm sorry. So this first one is not a door. It's just you can't take
fine.
items through this.
Well, that makes it more difficult.
Yeah. So it's a fucking nightmare. So this, obviously,
What I'd do now is put the other one on their thing that's moving. Like when you had that just where it was.
yeah, I can connect it back up again though. It's fine. But like I say, this thing can't really be in there though. It's not going to make sense.
I mean, it doesn't make sense, but maybe it does.
Oh, whatever. Fuck it out. See, this can have as many lasers as you need. It's just, it's only gonna reflect red because it's getting blue.
That's fine.
And this thing can obviously connect to the red there now, which is really cool, but we're gonna get stuck here.
Yeah, you get stuck with it. Okay.
And this can never produce
Then what
blue.
happens if, when it's in the other room, you take the top beam off?
Oh, it'll all just, it'll stay stuck in there. I'll show you, but we'll get it back out. It'll just stay stuck. Like that. But, like, I can get it back whenever, because I'll just hook it all up again.
That's annoying, because really you just want to switch those two and job done.
Yeah, what you kind of want to do is just open the door. And
Yeah, I mean,
now,
that'd be-
put this on here, but obviously...
That'd be glorious.
I'm going to have a problem, which...
It's really weird that you need both of them in the same room.
Oh, well, that's a theory.
Oh, hold up.
That's a theory. That's not... Okay, whoa, wait. No, because this door's gonna screw it up, isn't it? Is it, though?
What? Why can't you put stuff over the barrier?
What do you mean over the barrier?
Like, the metal fence.
Oh, you
in the room
can't. You
next
just
to
definitely
that.
can't. It, like,
Ah.
yeah. There's no way.
But why is that not a different color? Like, why is that not one of the other things? It just makes it weird that it's a metal barrier.
Well, I think the reason actually is because some puzzles have, these are only 2 items, right? There's many, many items in the game. And if I had like a box that you can stand on, you can then pass things over metal barriers if you have height. But so I think the reason it's like that is because it actually serves like mechanical purpose. Just in this puzzle, its mechanical purpose is you can't go beyond it. You know, it might as well be a wall in this puzzle.
Yeah, it might as well be the same as the others.
Yeah.
Okay, just throwing it out there.
Now-
okay, the multiple one, what if you put it closer to the pool wall? Why do you even need the moving platform?
Well, I need the moving platform because basically...
Sorry, my thought process is, what if that beam goes through to the other side of that fence that you're right now?
Yeah.
So can you
Oh,
not
I see.
get-
It won't go through the fence, if that's what you mean. It will...
No, but what happens if you just don't use this section at all?
I can't see it from here.
You can't move that through, can you?
No, and I can't see. The thing is very carefully positioned to have no angle to see it from in here. So the only way you're gonna activate this is from in here.
Sorry, I know I might be sounding stupid.
No, you're not
just
sounding stupid.
learning.
It is a headache. Not sure. You're absolutely correct. It's a headache. Carefully. So. The annoying thing is, I know how the puzzle needs to end. I know that this needs to be on top of that, because when it's in here, it will have the angle to pick up the blue from there.
Oh, hold up.
I know how it needs to end. I just can't get
From where
there.
you are now,
Yeah.
the one that only reflects one, like the same color.
Blue.
The one you don't want on top. Can't you use that to reflect the beam? Oh no, you then can't get the thing.
Yeah, then I can't open this door. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a fucking nightmare. FD, that isn't stupid. You are bright, shining intellect compared to Kelston. Thank you, Dr. Shaw. This game is, you know, it's hard work. But basically, if this is, like say, if this is on top of here, come the end of the puzzle, then it can pick up the blue from there, from the source, fire it into the red, and it doesn't matter. Okay. But
so back solving this. If you want that on top of there, that's impossible. Is it not?
No, it can't be. There must be a way.
It can't be on top of there because you need it to be red this side of the wall, and it can't be both. It can't be opening the barrier and being on top. So I think you saying it needs to be on top there is wrong. Oh, you've just done it, haven't you?
No. Because then we keep getting this problem, where this blue wire hits the wall.
Yeah, just move the other one to a better angle.
It's not going to matter.
Can the blue not go into the reflector thing? Into the initial beam? So put that back on top.
Yeah.
And have the other one reflect into it.
Reflect what? Blue? I mean, that's fine. But now this can fire out red. Which it can do like that.
Why won't it?
But it won't power, yeah. It won't power this. Which is sneaky.
I feel like that has got to be in this room.
You know what we could do? I have 2 tokens to ask Prometheus for help.
No.
I agree. I really don't want to do it.
Hey, do you know what would really help here? One more of what's on your screen right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Just one.
Just one.
Yep.
Oh, wait. No. Never mind. I was going to be like, what if I take this through? Oh.
I think the multi thing has to be in the room you're in. There's no way for it to get to the other room.
Then I don't...
Unless...
Oh, wait. Wait. Okay, you might be right. I'm just gonna try something. I can't even explain what I'm about to do. I just have to do it. So give me a minute. I can't even explain it. Okay, just... Right, just hold there. In fact, lose all your connections. Thank you. Right, you... do this. For now. You... No. Okay, I was not quick enough. Okay, wait. Wait, no, this is right, It needs to be like this. Like this, like this, like this. Because then... Okay. But... Right, that's just going to stay there. This is going to be my catalyst for everything. Wait, actually, you need to be about there. I think... Look, alright, I think this is going to work. I think this is going to work. I think when it comes back through... It's going to give me the blue. Yeah. And then I just have to wait in here for all of that to sort itself out. And I think when it comes back here... Fuck. Okay, but this is nearly right. This is very... It feels so close to being right. I just need to make one more connection.
Pivot.
Okay, you just need to do that. Okay. Quick! Oh my god. Okay, now. Boom. Okay. Woo! Look at how many lasers there are, man. This is...
GG. I told you that one needed to be in that room.
No, you were right. I was looking at it wrong. Nice. And sometimes you get, like, caught up on the wrong idea, you know?
Oh, yeah. 100%. Anyway, I'm going to dip back to chat.
No problem. Thanks for your help. It was very useful. There we go. See? Sometimes this game requires 2 minds. In fact, many minds, actually, sometimes. Well done, FD. Congratulations. Thanks for helping us out. You know what, FD? I'll reward you with a profound conversation with Yakut here.
Hey, can we talk for a second?
Sure. Let's talk.
I'm still struggling. I was really hoping we'd find Miranda alive. Her way of seeing the world was so inspiring. And the idea that I can never get to know her, that she's gone.
Okay.
I guess I've never really been good at dealing with death. Maybe because it's so rare in New Jerusalem. Except for pets, and even in that case, I find it very hard to deal with. I still miss my first cat, and it's been over a century since she died.
See, they miss their cats, man. Are you trying to tell me these robots, these androids aren't human? We saw their cat memorial. They have cats and they miss their cats. Don't worry, it's me leaving Not Kelston. No, I think I understood what Not Sure was saying. It's a typical Not Sure comment. Don't worry about that. Miranda? No, I think you will miss Miranda, though. Not sure. I think you haven't caught up on the previous episodes, and perhaps that's why you don't. But Miranda is like a childlike robot, and she died. But not only that, she synthesized life. She maybe solved the jigsaw of quantum mechanics and gravity. She created the theory of everything. And she died. Death is difficult to deal with, Yakut.
When someone dies, it's this void. I know I should just let it go, but some part of me refuses. And I feel like that part, it hurts me, but it also keeps me human. And I know it would be healthier if I said, okay, Miranda is someone I never met. She's just a bunch of glitchy old files. But if I do that, as rational as it seems, it feels like I'm surrendering something. Something that matters.
It does, well, it does matter, doesn't it? It does matter. Don't let go. Use the pain as a foundation to build something. You can let go of the pain but still care about the person. You have to let go you're still alive. You have to let go this doesn't help anyone. I don't like these bottom two. You can let go of the pain but still care about the person. I think is true. They don't want to dissuade him from using the pain as a foundation to build something.
I hope so. I can't right now, but maybe I can get there somehow. Anyway, thanks for talking to me, 1K.
Honestly, Yaku, I'm going to forget you're here again next week. Yeah, I wanted to ask you something else.
Go ahead.
Because we have a lot to talk about. What about the mayor?
I don't agree with his belief in the founder.
Yeah, because he's a zealot. He's an idiot.
I think the vision Prometheus sent you was true. I think she's just a human being who made mistakes and paid for them. She deserves our help, but not our belief.
That's... Oh my god. Yakut might be the best character. Not sure. This guy has been a joke the entire, like, journey. I didn't even realize he was here most of the time. But he might be the best character. He understands that the founder is just another idiot. He finally gets it, that we're all just idiots.
Right now, honestly, all I want is to find Byron and Athena and go back home and put my feet up for 200 years.
It's a long time.
There's something to be said for living quietly.
With a cat. Tell me something irrelevant.
In the ancient year 1969, a band called Mellow Macaron wrote a psychedelic rock song about the Talos principle. It's called Cretan Bronze Man's Flying Mystery Adventure.
I'll look that up on Spotify. What is it called? Cretan Bronze Man's... Yeah, it doesn't exist. What are they called? Mellow Macaron? Yeah. Yeah, you're a liar, Yaku. You're a liar. That is a weird title, though.
You should see the rest of the album.
Oh, really?
There's a song about a disembodied tongue called The Taste of Your Elbow. It's 15 minutes long and features an improvised tuba solo.
How am I coming around on Yaku? How did we end up here?
I think you need psychedelics to enjoy it, really.
Okay, does that work on you?
Maybe if you stick your head inside a really large magnet.
Can we go to a festival with Yaku? This sounds incredible. We'll get... You know what I mean? We'll find a local magnet dealer. We'll find the local magnetism guy. And hopefully he takes electronic payment. You think the goal is a myth,
It
Yaku?
is, yes.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that the idea itself isn't valid, though.
Sure. I agree with that. Now that you've solved the puzzle, would you like to try another one?
Nope. But at least I finally understand why Athena wanted to get out of the simulation so badly.
All right, man. See you later. Let's go to the... Let's do that side quest. You know what I mean? We'll go to the psychedelic rock concert with Yaku. After all the trauma of this, he's the only one with some sense. He's like, fuck it, man. I'm gonna do a load of magnets and go to a field. There's Melville. Unfortunately, we already spoke to Melville. She's probably got nothing to say. Yeah, she's got absolutely nothing to say at the moment. Alright, puzzle number 4. Here we go. Now, armed with the knowledge of the previous puzzle, surely... Well... blue... Oh, I see. No, I don't see. Don't see yet. Oh, I do see. I do see. Okay, we'll take this box. Thank you very much. Oh. Oh, okay. Fine. Okay. Alright, it's gonna be... Do I have to turn the fan on? Yeah. Somehow. Okay. What powers the fan, though? It's still powered. So it's just always powered. Which is kind of annoying. Yeah, it's pretty annoying. Okay, so the next question is, the next theory that we need to try to resolve, is... Okay. I actually think I might know what to do here. Boom. Nailed it. Get wrecked, not sure. Don't know what you're talking about. Probably the greatest Talos principal player you've ever met. Look at that nonsense. What has happened there?
Tell me, Yakut, what impact do you think the megastructure will have on the future of this island?
If it stays out of control like it is now, then what happened to Miranda could happen again, but on a much bigger scale. I'm not sure the ecosystem could recover from that. At least, not for a very long time, even by our standards.
A frightening thought.
Also, Hermanubis is here on, like, the fucking expedition now for some reason. The mayor has joined us. Which is actually a nuisance, funnily enough. It's the name of this puzzle. He is a nuisance. Alright, that's cool. Look at that. Did it. So... Oh, I see. But you're never going to be able to see this. Well, actually, from here... Okay, okay. This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. Oh, come on. Fucking hell. I don't think I moved it. I'm sure that did. That did move. It definitely moved. I watched it move. Right. Oh, really? But then why the hell do I want to be in here then, you know? Doesn't really make any sense. Is it gonna fire me over that? I mean, we better hope so. We better hope so. Don't tell me it's not long enough. Why was I even doing all of that? Oh, because... And then you reset and try again. Can you stop it at... Yeah, I did that already. I already stopped it at the exact point to hit both of them, but what you need to understand is... While this is powered, the fan is not powered. Okay? While the... So, sorry. While the door is powered down, the fan is not on. But if I unpower the door... Let me just show you. Now, when the gate is open, the fan is on, right? And the fan is surely how I get over this wall and basically complete this level. But if I stop this dead in its tracks, as I have done here, and just try to connect it, then obviously when I come back to this, we're going to have that problem. Oh, so I do understand it then. I do understand it then. My bad. Here we go. Woo! Okay. It's all about angles. It's just a game about angles. That's all it is. Sometimes I should do this more, right? I go silent because I'm thinking so hard about every puzzle, but then when I actually like speak about it out loud, I find the solution. You know what I mean? Okay, elements. Cool, man. Okay. So, right. Why are we solving puzzles again? We think that the founder left them as some sort of a trial. Okay, this is a blue mover. That will only move with blue. And this will only move with red. It's presumably blue that we need. So why would the red one be afforded to us? Because you would think, wouldn't you, that you just bring the blue to here, connect the blue up, put it in the sky. Oh. I think you need to do the red one first. Have a lovely evening. Oh, no worries, not sure. Thanks for chilling out. Incredible. Look at that. Just extra height. Okay. And we might only get like one tower done today. This new area has been complicated.
Excuse me. I was looking at your research log, and I was rather perplexed by the latest upload.
Oh, Melville strikes again.
Is that your foot, Melville?
Yes. Do you want to see it up close? Although you won't be able to fully enjoy it as you don't have a rear camera.
Sorry, Mayor. Melville just has a unique way of taking pictures.
Next time you're getting an upgrade, you coot. I'm installing a mute button.
Okay. Alcatraz on sincerity. I managed to extract the following text string. I'm always struck by the degree to which our ancestors, in the years before the end, struggled with sincerity. They became poisoned with irony, unable to pass any information through anything except a thick layer of alienation. This left so little space for any kind of intellectual authenticity that they seemed to exist in a state of permanent agony. Ironically, that in turn made them extremely susceptible to the few sanctioned forms of sincerity, which acted as means of social control. Then there's a gap, followed by, there's something equally damaged in our own estrangement from our humanity. We mimic the forms and behaviors of our human ancestors, but we don't act like proud inheritors of the human condition. Everything we do gets filtered through this perpetual awareness of their shortcomings, to the degree that we act as if our existence was one of their failures. Author unknown, whoever it is, I understand what they mean, but disagree with their conclusion. This perpetual awareness isn't a form of alienation, it's a way of learning from the mistakes of our species. Unpleasant, but necessary. Yeah. If what Prometheus revealed about the theory of everything is true, then it explains a lot of the patterns I've been finding. Almost every artificial structure on this island was printed into existence in some kind of energy-to-matter process. Transference of energy and matter. Or maybe by different versions of that process, some earlier and less effective. And I can only assume that the megastructure itself was created by bootstrapping, having one machine make a bigger one. Which probably means you could create a relatively small device that turns itself into a complete megastructure. Or you could make a machine that just deploys more and more of itself and buildings... Oh, it's more and more of itself and builds something. A city in a box. Depends on the power source. True. How is one of these new? You just never read the errors? Okay. Do I have to comment on this? I do, actually. I recognize that many citizens feel the need to discuss the visions experienced by 1K, which suggest that perhaps certain aspects of what we have hitherto believed about the Founder and the Girl may be inaccurate. However, given the controversy surrounding the subject matter, I will ask everyone to be particularly careful in how they express themselves. I think we have final and irrevocable proof that we've strayed from Athena's original vision. I agree, but I'd like to submit that even if that weren't the case, deliberately engineering an energy-poor future would still be a disastrous and misanthropic idea. How do we know any of this is real? Athena's voice is just Alexandra Drennan's. I could switch to the same voice pack right now and record myself telling you that the goal is the truth. Ovis makes a good point. Objective truth is not a concept that can be applied to the world we live in. Fine, then we can just collectively decide to believe in something else. It doesn't even have to be Athena. Let's just believe in Byron's ideas instead. Byron's ideas are a teleological fantasy. Wow. But if it's all arbitrary, what does that mean? Or what does that matter? I just don't buy this whole goal thing anymore. Byron was right. Does it matter what Athena believes? Honest question. Let's say the Founder is a myth that was constructed around her. In that scenario, what do we owe Athena at the end of the day? Yeah, nothing except what we also owe each other. That's it. You cracked it. A good answer, 1K. Decency and empathy. That's what we need the most in the city. Hear, hear. Sigh. None of this matters because it's actually aliens. It's not aliens. It's not aliens. Breach. Okay. What does this do? Oh, I see. Interesting. Oh, I see. What the hell is that? Problem is, what has that done? What on earth has that done? Maybe nothing. Nothing? I think it's probably safe to assume. You can stay blue because we now... well, let's fire you into that though so that I can get back here. We actually don't need this power source now. Or we shouldn't. And if we do this... Not sure what happens. We're feeding it icy. And these are actually hard work in this area. So it's only me that needs to be on top of here. But I need blue and red to do it. And red... Alright, that's reset worthy. That's reset worthy. Okay. Start again. This is obviously the first thing to do. And it gets me this. Now, how do I know which colour I want this to be? Well, that's a really difficult question to answer. I know that I can make it be either colour. I know that. But I think... well, I don't know what I think. Don't know what I think. Let's make it blue because we can always get rid of it being blue. Then obviously we get to here. Actually, This one's messing with me as well. I think I'm cut out for Talos principling today. I must have moved this previously. How did I do that? I must have picked up red. Moved it. But the inherent problem now is, it's fine that I can do that, but as soon as I do this, I can't get back through. And this can't be the right way round, because this connects to this. So this must care about being red, not about being blue. Which means you probably need to be blue. I don't understand how you would ever need to be red. But you might need to be red. Just to move the thing, I guess. But really, you surely want to be blue. And allow this to do the red. Now the only problem is... Well, actually, it might not be a problem. It will be a problem. No, it might not be. No, it will be a problem. Because now you could say, let's pick up the red. In order to get the blue back, you need to do this. And in fact, that's not even good enough. You need to do this. And then how do you get this? So really, to get blue to this and this must be the only way. And then this would have to somehow get the red to that, which it actually can do, can't it? If I just trust in doing this. Okay. Now, all I need to do is open the gates, which I think means we have to go the opposite way around again. Not sure, but I would imagine that you need to become red to get this bit to work. No, I don't think so. I think you can stay blue. This one just goes here. And then we did it. We did it? Oh my gosh.
An excellent solution.
Okay, one more, I think, in this area. Puzzle number 8. New interface content available. Places of longing, Athens. To understand what humanity is capable of, what it means to flourish, we have to look at the golden age of Athenian democracy. The list of geniuses who lived in Athens at this time is so long it's almost inconceivable. Pericles, Sophocles, Aeschylus, Phidias, Euripides, Herodotus, Thucydides, Plato, Socrates, Hippocrates, Aristophanes, Aristotle, and the list goes on and on. Hopefully not forever, because some of those names are difficult. These are people who changed world history. Without them, there is no Straton of Stagera to inspire Alexandra Drennan. Without them, we do not exist. Was it a perfect time? No, undoubtedly not. But listing the flaws obscures the greater truth. Given the opportunity, given freedom and resources and space to grow, human beings are capable of incredible things. It would mean everything to me to walk the roads where these people once walked, to stand where they stood and think about the world as they dared to. I think it probably is fair to say that ancient Greece is one of the most significant cultures in human history. So I get it. It's just robots longing for greatness, probably. Transference, cool, man. Great. We have to do this thing again. Okay. I don't understand. I don't understand this one. Because I don't know how to get through the hole. It seems like I'm supposed to be on that side. But how could I ever be? Oh, because this is... I thought this was nothing. This is a teleporter. Okay. Right. Let's go get that then. Now we have this. And it might need to stay in here, to be honest. I don't know what it would connect to exactly. Because it might be nothing, because like... I get it, I think. Well, do I, though? We need to keep that thing moving. Which means there probably needs to be a connector in there. There does also need to be a connector out here. Should I just get it with the teleporter? Probably. Probably, yes. Because if we start this thing going now... Okay. And I need all 4 of these things. How do I need only some of them? I definitely need you. Well, can you teleport through glass? Like... I don't know. Well... No. It's probably some kind of... Well, I'm going to have 2 things in there, I assume. And you would think that's going to be the teleporter and one of these. If I don't have this... Oh, I can get it... Yeah. I can get it far enough. Now I actually don't need this, do I? Or do I? No, I think I still do. Maybe I need this in there. But right now I don't. Right now I can do this. But I might have just broke everything. Right. I'm using it. I'm using it because I think I'll be staring at this one forever. We don't get these things a lot. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. I forgot. It just cheats. We're just doing it.
The founder has a remarkable gift for designing these trials. But then, she did have to overcome Elohim, whose very purpose was to design trials.
Yeah, where's the gate? Over there. Thank you, Hermanubis. Your insightful contribution. Is this going to be the Sphinx again? I feel like that's probably what we're due.
This is the last time we will speak, creature of clay. Together, we have told the stories of ancient gods and heroes. But the golden ages of the past are distant. The gods have retreated to their high places, and there are no heroes amongst men. In days gone by, I was renowned for my riddles. But you, creature of clay, are a riddle without an answer.
I don't need an answer. Existence is enough.
Let us hope that it is. Farewell, creature of clay. Remember my stories, and do not let the flame burn you.
An unsettling amount of energy. I would hate to see what would happen if one of those beams was aimed at something else.
Okay. That was like uneventful compared to what I thought it might be. Let's get a glimpse of the new area, but I think that's going to be it for tonight's stream. It took us a long time to get through this area, and mostly because the puzzles are now... It's not just working with new mechanics now. It's operating old mechanics better. Hello! Boosh, how you doing? Ord. It is so good to see you. I think we just... Look at this. We've been doing all of this. Okay. We did like a lot of laser things. It's probably been the... This has been far and away the most complicated section of puzzles I think I've ever seen in any game ever. Doing some Sunday chores. What shows are you catching up on currently? I'm trying to find the blooming monorail so that I know where I'm going. And the Sphinx, what did she said? She just said, remember my stories... You know, of gods and men, and don't let the flame burn you. But I thought we've decided that, like, Prometheus is okay. Prometheus might be all right. I'm having an existential breakdown right now, to be honest with you, Boosh, Ord. I'm never gonna get used to calling you Ord. There's a lot happening, okay? These guys, number 656 here. Pryor, he's a journalist, and you would look at him and you'd say, that guy is a robot, and you'd be right about that. But he would look in the mirror and he would say, that is a human, and he'd be right about that, because the humans of this world don't exist anymore. It's just us now. And we are the next generation of humans. In fact, he's number 656. And now, it turns out, that two of them had a child. We don't even know how that happened. How could it possibly happen? We don't know. But did they conceive her? Did they build her? Did they manufacture her, create her? What the hell happened? But she died also. And she maybe solved the mysteries of the universe before she died. And all these fucking idiots are interested in is finding their founder number 001 who left the city because she was stressed out by all these weirdo. Chewie, can you help me out? Because I'm having a nightmare. I thought I understood what the difference was between a mechanical life and a biological life and a sentient being and a conscious being and a thoughtless being. I don't know anymore, Chewie. Are you a walking carpet or are you real? You have thoughts and emotions? We didn't get long enough to work it out. Totally the story from Blade Runner. It is basically the story from Blade Runner. You're right about that. You are right about that. But it's not, though, because the story from Blade Runner is like what I'm saying. But there's also other stuff going on here that apparently Miranda has synthesized life and she has solved the mysteries of the cosmos and she has taken quantum mechanics and Einstein's special general relativity, excuse me, and she's gone, actually, gravity and quarks do make sense when they go together, and I've got it, everybody, I did it. And then she fucking died. She found the forbidden knowledge of everything. She did it. The theory of everything, she did it. And then she died. And now I don't know what to do. But we could keep solving laser puzzles if you wanted. But I don't think we're going to do it tonight. But let's see where we're going.
The next area you're going to is... Honestly, it's better if you see for yourself.
Don't stress me out even more, Jakob. Puzzles are hard. Story's hard. The literature's hard. The thinking's hard. The deciding is hard. I think the Talos principle is the game that says, you know what? Being alive is really hard. And it's it. What is happening?
Hello there, Byron. What can I do for you?
I don't know if I got through to Athena. Things are going very wrong in this city, and she has to do something about it.
Does she?
Who else are they going to listen to?
Well, I don't know. How about you?
I'm an explorer, Cornelius, not a leader. I don't know how to convince anyone.
So? Do you think Athena and I are somehow different? We're just people, Byron. We're no wiser than you are, just a little older.
I agree with Cornelius. They're just people. The robots are insane. Are these people, though? I said we were ending the stream, and we are ending the stream, but can I, like, climb this? What is this? I mean, they're not robots, are they? They don't have, like, the weird ears. Then where's all this come from? You know? We'll have to find out next week. I don't know. We'll have to find out next week because I could not. I could not solve another puzzle. There it is, look. Number one. Bet it's dead easy. Bet it's dead easy. Number one of the new area. I bet it's so simple. I'm not even interested. I couldn't possibly look at another puzzle now tonight. These puzzles are becoming incredibly complicated. And I'm saying that as though I dislike it. And I actually really, really like it. But I need a break. Because it's really hard work. But we have some pretty exciting mysteries, I think, to uncover next week. Anyway, I'm going to do everything in my power to be live on Tuesday for XCOM, because I know everybody's been missing it. The problem is also, if I miss the Tuesday, I don't really like moving the day, because I feel like I've, you know, some people might miss it then, but maybe that's just what I'm going to have to start doing, because I've found that I just can't always commit to the Tuesday, and it's causing problems. But aside from all of that, if you want to catch more Talos Principle, that will be happening on the much easier to stream on day of Sunday next week. The Talos Principle 2 part... Well, what's YouTube saying? Part 9, I think. And I have a suspicion this might be a 10-parter overall, but we're getting closer to where we need to be. Everybody, I love you all a lot. If you were here chatting, even if you were just lurking around, thank you very much. It's very cool of you. Please, over the coming days, be unspeakably and unreasonably kind to each other. Maybe I'll see you on Tuesday for XCOM. Maybe I'll see you on Sunday for more the Talos Principle 2. And there's going to be some racing happening through the week as well. On Friday, that we can look forward to. Good night, everybody. I'm going to think about my very existence. As I drift to a not-so-peaceful sleep.